Man, this nigga Fat Bill, man, I'm fucking with Title Team. You know what the fuck it is, man. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas doing. I'm like a real nigga, real stiff nigga. Never trying to fuck one of them bitches. That's my nigga. Fat Bill with Title Team.
Hey, it's your boy Montie, aka Lil Out, and you are fucking with EntitledKings.com.
Shit, man, we live, man. Lasers in the building, man. What's going on, man? What you been up to?
Shit, nothing, just grinding, really. Daddy duty as well, you know what I'm saying? And fucking just trying to drop these visuals. That's really mostly it, what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, right on, man, right on. Man, it's an honor, man, you know, to finally get to interview you, man. It's been a long time coming, like I said. As far as, like, you know, where you come from, let the people know, man. Like, I know that you have a huge following in Collin County. And like, you know, any rapper out of Collin County pretty much knows, you know, about you, and they know about, you know, the run that you had out here, and your music and your style, and it was different from a lot of people that were rapping in Dallas, period, man. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, shit, first of all, I'm from Cross Tracks, Texas, you know what I'm saying? But I eventually I was jumping around in schools and shit, from like Plano schools and Allen schools, but then I really started going to Allen just permanently, you know what I'm saying? But I always stayed in Plano, you know, east side of Plano, and but I went to school in fucking Allen and shit like that, so that's where a lot of the fan base came from, is from Allen, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say I'm from Allen, but really I always stayed in the hood and Cross Tracks, so that's really where I be at. I don't really like a lot of people saying like I'm from there, but I'm from both at the same time because I was in both cities every single day, mostly, you know what I'm saying? That's really, so you can say I'm from both, you know, you decide where I'm from.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
But with the music, like, I mean, what inspired you to start rapping? I mean, everybody is rapping nowadays, and it's a different culture. The new wave is taking over hip hop. How long have you been rapping?
I've been shit, actually, I've been rapping, I feel like since I was 8, because like I never like wrote nothing down when I was that young, but as far as like reciting like lyrics of, you know what I'm saying, some of my idols and shit, Pimp C and shit like that, I was 8 years old, you know, I vividly remember spitting bars that young. But as far as like getting in the studio, it was when I was 12. It was actually at my cousin's 80 crib, you know what I'm saying? Shit, fucking with y'all, goddamn. When I was 12, that's the first time I ever got in the studio type shit.
Yeah.
Shit with them, shit in Hood, G Hood, and fucking Pat Rat. Goddamn, that's the first time I ever got in the studio when I was 12.
So you start making music. We know you had a basketball career as well, and you know, you're pretty good at basketball, man. And you know, that's always good as well, man, being multi-talented. But with the music, man, like, I mean, you had features with, you know, some big artists out here in Dallas, man. I know you, Thug Boss Nation, Young Nation, you know, that was a big buzz, man. They had a whole different wave out here in Dallas, man. Tell us a little bit about that.
You said with Thug Boss?
Young, you know, at one point they were called Thug Boss Nation before they broke up, and then they became Young Nation, and it was just B. Reed and another, you know, Fame. So that's who you were with, right? That's who you were making music with at the time, B. Reed and Fame?
I mean, I kind of got a little buzz
Uh-huh.
at school and shit. Like, when I put out my shit in 11th grade, you feel me? Nobody was fucking with the shit, really, you know what I'm saying, except for my close friends and shit. When I put out the first Go Hard one and shit like that, it wasn't until I put out Go Hard 2 is when people start really going back. You know how niggas go back on your tapes and shit, and then they start fucking with shit. So they didn't, when I was a junior, 17 years old, I put out the Go Hard one, and niggas was fucking with that hoe, but they wasn't really fucking with it like they say they do now, because I feel like it's just like a memory type shit. It's old, so they feel like, I feel like they went back and then they fucked with it. But as far as like how I got my buzz, I feel like, you know, I was just promoting myself wherever I went, whether it was rapping in front of a nigga in the hood, whether it was rapping in front of the school, or having a fucking rap battle in front of the school, you feel me? Like, so it wasn't until probably 11th grade, this song called Twilight Zone. I recorded it in 11th grade, but I didn't want to drop it until I was a senior, because you know that's how seniority go, and I knew that once I was a senior, I feel like I would have a younger kid's attention more, so I waited. That's the song that really kind of like okay, yeah, the nigga got something, you know what I'm saying? As far as on some hype shit, because honestly, I really did not like the Dallas scene. I really didn't like I didn't like hype music and I didn't like that boogie shit. I didn't like all that shit. But my sister told me I was gonna have to make a club banger, so that was the first one I made, and it got a lot of attention and shit.
Twilight.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Twilight Zone. Okay. So, you know, I know you. What was the name of the song that you had with Young Nation?
It was called Living.
Living. Okay, yeah, that was a big hit. I mean, I remember it was everywhere. It was YouTube had almost well over 10,000 views on YouTube. Tell us a little bit about how y'all came up with that, man. What was the artist on that?
Yeah, that Go Hard 2, which had came out probably like at the end of my senior year. I had the original version with me and my brother on it and shit. I was just doing some shows, you know, shopping around and shit, and I actually did a show with them, with Young Nation, and I was performing and shit, and their management hit me up like after the show and shit, and said they fucked with that song and shit, and they wanted me to they wanted Young Nation them to do a remix and shit, or potentially do a song together and shit like that. But it wasn't till like a year after that till they got on the shit, because the Go Hard 2 on the for the Living, the first original version was just me and my brother. That was a year before I actually even fucked with them, because Young Nation, it wasn't really them indirect talking to me, it was they management that was fucking with me. But it took a year for us to even fuck around, you know what I'm saying? I had been talking to him through text and shit, and through email, shooting them different songs and shit back and forth for like a year. So they didn't really start fucking with me until probably like a year into it. After they had heard.
Did they present a contract to you as far as like signing you as an artist and managing you?
No, they never.
They never once did that.
They never presented like an actual contract, like no paperwork towards me.
Was it ever discussed at any point?
It was some talk. Was some talk. But you know what I'm saying? You know how management go in Dallas, you know?
Yeah.
So it never got motherfucking to the paper. It never got like that. It was just, everything was verbal. Yeah. So I mean, it's whatever. But that's just how shit go out here. But would I sign with them? Probably not. Well, do I want to sign with them? No. But you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as on some Dallas shit, I fuck with them type shit. But it was never like we was gonna do no paperwork. If the paperwork was gonna be done, it was probably on some management shit. But at that time, that's when like Shawty What's Up, I think Shawty What's Up and shit was out, and then they was real hot back then, so that was their main focus. I wasn't really their main focus at that point in time.
Yeah.
When we actually did the song, a year after I had made the remix with them, it wasn't until like 5 or 6 months after that until the song actually got hot. And kind of they buzzed, like, I wouldn't say it went down, but it wasn't at its highest potential, you know. So that's when shit started coming up about it, shit, and they was talking about maybe managing me.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. And that was well known in the street. When I know one thing about you, I can honestly say, you being one artist, you have in particular style that is very, very rare.
Oh, these guys ain't ready for me.
At this point in hip hop, and
you also doing music that a lot of people are doing now. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Like you were kind of above the way.
Yeah, you were kind of ahead of time, and I mean, don't you feel like a lot of people were biting your style as far as the haircut and the music, the ad libs, the beats?
I do feel like that, and in a sense, I feel like I don't feel like I'm catching up, because like I've been had it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't ready for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like, you know, generation change, so I got to get up to date. I can't pull fucking Kodak fans. I can't pull Pump fans if I ain't on that shit that they on. You know what I'm saying? So I could do that shit. I feel like all these styles niggas got in them is my style anyway. So. And everybody's style is everybody's style, so I don't really give a fuck about that. Whatever hype right now, shit, I can do that shit better than they can.
Yeah, whoever, I mean, with you being like the artist with one mixtape, one project, I mean, how do you feel like that? Just don't you feel like you have to be more productive in order to be on the level of a Pump?
Why haven't you been more productive?
Well, to answer the first question, I feel like the having only one project and stuff like that, I feel like it's a good and a bad thing, because like people will wait. I noticed that people will wait, but they won't wait too long. And I didn't want to like just put out heavy content and have it all sound the same and just it's too much for people, you know what I'm saying? So like I purposely used to do that, wait a long time to drop shit type shit. I thought I was on some Drake shit, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was on some shit like that, making them wait, and it worked. But then again, people need content, and especially nowadays because people putting out shit so often, and songs are so quick. These songs, nigga, do you know these songs is fucking average songs right now is a minute and 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the reason why I was doing that is because I wanted to see like the true fans I had. I wanted to see if I really had people who fucked with me and would really wait, you know what I'm saying, for the shit. But I know now it's different. I do it different, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to put out heavy content a lot.
So as far as like, I mean, so what do you have in store as far as your next project? When can we expect something dropping?
I mean, I got a lot of songs. Like,
okay, so are you just gonna do single by single?
Yeah, single by single. Let me answer his question. His question was, and why wasn't I heavily putting it out?
Absolutely.
I feel like, you know, life hits you. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, people don't understand. When I was in high school, it was more, motherfucker. I'm a senior. We still kids at the end of the day. So we go to school and then we go home and then we wake up and do it again. So you around those fans every day. Mm-hmm. When I was going to school, I had those fans. Once I knew that I could, especially I had a fucking show every day because all the people, all the fans, it's 6,000 fucking kids at Allen High School. So I knew everybody was at school. And so the people that was around me was gravitating to me and they was within my clique. So it was easier that way. So you gotta think about it. Everywhere I fucking go, I'm 30 deep. These niggas promoting the shit out of my shit, and whether they faking it for me to just ride my dick or they trying to get some clout off me and shit like that, we was heavily doing it and shit. And to answer his question, I feel like once niggas got out of high school, it kind of stopped because like life started hitting. Like I got homeboys who got kids, they got jobs, like they mama done kicked them out and shit like that. So they like, nigga, we don't believe in the music no more. Like, I got to do my life. My mama kicking me out. So it kind of broke up the group. And I realized, like, you really do need a team around you. So I feel like that slowed me down more than anything. Realizing, like, damn, these niggas I ain't got no video shoot, no motherfucking photographer. I ain't got no nigga who shoot videos. I ain't got a producer. All these niggas was just promoting around me. They didn't really have jobs. They wasn't really a team. It wasn't really something. It was just something that was fun, and we kids, you know, we going to school and just promoting, we going to parties and doing all the shit and motherfucking going everywhere and just fucking with the music and promoting, and it worked. But once life hit, it's different. Then now you need a real fucking team, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that slowed it down a little bit. So I was like, nigga, I was looking around and it's just me, and most of the niggas that was around me wasn't really there for my best interest, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that happens a lot of times in hip hop and other types of businesses when it comes to friends and family. But one thing I wanted to ask you is this: you know, music wise, in Dallas is different. I mean, like I said, you have a different style. Are there artists that you want to work with in Dallas at the moment that you would like to, you know, possibly have a feature with, or producers that you like to work with?
I don't know. I don't know about Dallas as far as like, I don't really even know no producers that's just big like that. But like, you know, I fuck with the locals. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the niggas that's around me. But you know, I would like to do shit like with Mo3. Like I fuck with everybody. I fuck with Go Yayo, Mo3, fucking Trap Boy Freddy, and Yellow Beezy, and all them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for them niggas and shit like that. If we do come across something to where we can get in the studio, we can do a song, I already know these guys ain't ready for me. Not necessarily them, but I'm saying speaking like to the fans. I'm speaking towards like the people who gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a merch some shit, but I would like to do it. Do I want to? Like, just do I got the urge?
So you feel like you're on another level as far as lyrically and music wise than those guys?
I feel like my music is different, and I'm doing a lot of shit right now just to pull fans in, and with the new wave, because you got to do it, because that's what these kids is listening to now. But I feel like I am a little bit different than your average Dallas rapper. You know, I feel like I got a little bit more. I wouldn't say I got a little bit more because people got everybody different. I'm just saying I'm different. I'm gonna just say that I'm different than these other niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got everything, fool. Anything down from a fucking boom bap to a fucking, to an alternative, to a hype swaggy, to a trap beat, to a fucking, to some R&B singing shit. I could do it. I do all that shit. That's really where my heart is really in that real music, where it's spitting. That's what I grew up on. I grew up on spitting bars. I grew up on Kanye, fucking Pimp C, and Andre 3K, and Lil Wayne and shit. So those are my inspirations. So I got that in me, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like pulling these young niggas fans, the Trippie Redd fans and all that type shit, I'm on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on all that shit. I can do all that. So I feel like it ain't nothing to switch up and kill it like that, because I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers, I done did shows with a lot of these motherfuckers who blow up now, so I feel like a lot of my styles is in motherfuckers. I'm not saying niggas took my styles, but a lot of my styles is in a lot of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I could do that. So I'm feeling like I'm the new wave.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I'm the new wave.
You feel? I mean, like I say, I mean, you can say that, and I think that I can obviously say that you were ahead of a time as far as your wave, and I think that everybody's caught up to your wave now. What are you doing differently to say that you have the new wave in Dallas? Because I feel like that look that you had and the look that you have was a look that was something you were doing before a lot of these rappers were doing. And now that they're on that, what are you doing differently to say that you have the new wave in Dallas? Let me rephrase that.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I just think stuff is, with time, it's going to come, you know what I'm saying? It's always, because a motherfucker going to think different every single day. Whatever. This, like I said, I hopped out my bed. This how I woke up. They thought it was sweet until I showed them how I roll. I just want to be what I want to. I might wake up one day and motherfucking want to do this, and then wake up the next day and might want to fucking sing on a track, or shave half of my motherfucking head and rap on the track like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's whatever that come about. I feel like that's
do you feel like that type of stuff, like shaving your head and stuff, is that a publicity stunt to get people's attention?
I feel like it's not a stunt. I feel like it is to get attention. Yes, I do feel like it is to get attention, but I feel like it represents me. It's something that
I mean, not shaving your head is an instance, but I mean, it's like, is that, how is this the rebellious side? Is that what's going on with the new age and the culture?
That's really what it is, man.
Okay, because we don't understand. I mean, because a lot of people don't understand, you know, the green hair, the red hair, the blonde hair, the blonde stripes, you know, the dreads, the half dreads, the fades, like the tight pants. I mean, it's a different world coming from the 90s era where it was gangsters and it was Bloods and Crips and they ruled the whole United States of America, to where we at now. And then you got 6ix9ine saying he's a Blood. And his style with the red gold hair. And yeah, exactly. So I mean, tattoo on his face. Like, I mean, it's a little. That's why I say it's different. Explain to us what is. I mean, you're part of that era.
I felt like that would happen anyways with time. That's just the world. That's just history. It was bound to happen anyway. No motherfuckers gonna sit here and want the same thing to be in hip hop forever. It was gonna change no matter what. Just like when fucking Grandmaster Flash and them, they was rapping and shit. Then Eazy-E and them came and shit. And they felt like that wasn't hip hop. And then when Eazy-E and them felt like motherfucking Lil Wayne and them ain't hip hop and shit. And then here comes the motherfucking Rich Homies and the Roscoe Dashes and shit. That wasn't hip hop. And now it's now. You know what I'm saying? So it's bound to change. In motherfucking 10 years, niggas is gonna be wearing their fucking drawers. That's just what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something different. It's always gonna change because that's just history. I feel like nothing can stay the same anyways.
But honestly, in your opinion, do you feel like it is changing for, you know, the best?
The better or
the hip-hop, or the worst of hip-hop? I mean, just think the influence of hip-hop as far as what it does for our kids. Do you feel like, you know, the 6ix9ine era and whatever else, do you really think that's a good look for kids in hip-hop itself? Do you want to remember this 10 years from now, 20 years from now?
I feel like it's getting lazy because whether we like it, we like new shit. Technology is new, and technology only makes us, I feel like, that much more lazier. We want something easier, and that shows in the songs. Because like a motherfucker don't. Me, like, one of my favorite artists is J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick and shit like that. Niggas don't want to listen to that though. Niggas don't want to. They don't want to go deep into depth and think about bars and shit like that, and think about shit like that, because it's too much. Niggas want something more simple. You gotta think about it. When a motherfucker walk into a party and shit, they just want to. Their intentions isn't listening to this music. Their intentions is pulling a bad bitch, and all they want to hear is A and yeah, that's gonna get her good. They want to play beer pong and hear that repetitively. It's easy to catch on. It's easy to sing. It's easy. It's not too much. It's not something that's hard, and that's why songs is getting cut shorter, and they getting more simpler and shit like that. That's just history. I feel like it would happen no matter who it was, no matter if it was a Tekashi 6ix9ine. Somebody was gonna be him, and somebody was gonna do the same thing he's doing. That's just history. It's bound to happen, and I feel like I knew this. I feel like back then I knew this was gonna happen.
So let me ask you this: what you saying that you would shave your head, and Tekashi having rainbow hair, he's obviously it's an intention thing. Is that the type of caliber of attention you're trying to
now?
Would you be willing to do your hair rainbow dye?
Fuck no. I don't know about fucking dyeing my hair different colors like that.
Yeah.
That's just not my shit. But I feel like nowadays it's trolling. Nowadays it's like who can get the most attention. You need controversy behind shit, which is fucking lame. But I don't give a fuck about that. But that's just what niggas need. Niggas need to fucking tat their whole face up, because if all the rappers that's making it tat their face up, you can't be a nigga who tat their face up because you just fit in. So now you gotta blacken your whole motherfucking face. You gotta go to the extra extent with the shit. And it just comes with time. And that's just gonna happen. It just changes. There's so many things that niggas have done because of niggas like Wayne and fucking Drake and shit. They did so much. It's like, what else is there to do? Somebody has to do something fucking different, and that's what niggas is doing now. Now I call it. It's the age of fucking trolling now. Niggas playing, niggas is fucking beefing with whoever, niggas is fucking tatting wherever, whatever on their fucking body. They dyeing their hair. They doing different shit to stand out, because it's so hard to stand out. That's what I feel like they're doing. And with me, I just gotta find my niche. I gotta find like where I can stand out, because I feel like if I wasn't in Dallas, in this lost city, I don't call it lost city, I call it stuck city. Because think about it, I don't think, is there any major record labels in Dallas? I don't think there is there? No. Well, shit, is there any independent?
I mean, right off the top of the head, there's a lot of independents. Right off the top of the head, I don't know if there's any major.
See what I'm saying? I feel like,
but like I said, Dallas is a different type of market. It's in the big three as far as markets: New York, California, Texas being in Texas. So it's going to grow, and the music scene's definitely growing right now.
I do feel like it's growing.
The time to be an artist in Dallas. Just getting back to the music. Yeah, who's your top 5 artists? Who would you say?
In Dallas? You got to give it to Yellow Beezy. You got to give it to him just because it's what he's doing. As far as right now, as far as being hot, I think Mo3 got it over everybody. I think as far as like talent, he got it. But as far as like being hot, I wouldn't say I got it as far as, because ain't nobody heard me. If I was on the platform that they on, then they would fucking know, which I'm gonna be on. But as far as like being hot, I feel like Yellow Beezy. I feel like, and I don't really be listening to them too much. I hear about them, but I don't really listen to them too much. But I think personally, Yellow Beezy, Mo3, I think myself, low key, Trap Boy, fucking my brother. I really fuck with his shit. I fuck with his grind and his work ethic.
And your brother, man, to your brother, Lil Texan, we did interview Lil Texan back last year, man.
Right.
And, Lil Texan, he's a hell of an artist, man. He's been rapping for a long time, and his buzz is tremendous. Like I say, you two being brothers and having the same type of buzz is something you don't really see. You know, I can honestly say y'all both have a buzz in Collin County, Texas, North Texas, period. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which is huge. It's huge. I mean, tell us a little bit about that, man. Like, why don't you do a lot more music together? I always wondered that.
People don't understand, like just like I was saying about the record labels. Just put it like this: like, you out there in Atlanta and you out there in Miami and and whatever in Florida, whatever South Florida where it's going down right now. You feel me? In fucking California to where it's like motherfuckers is giving out advances. Motherfuckers, you could. That shit's so small in Miami and shit like this. Everything's so compressed. I mean, everything's so just right there to where I feel like everybody hears you. Texas is so fucking big and we in Stuck City, so there's not nobody. These niggas out here, we ain't got it like that. Niggas out here is broke. Niggas don't have money out there like that. Pumping these niggas before they even blew up. They been had the budget. They been got fucking social media deals and marketing deals. Low key, niggas just didn't know about it. He was signed to fucking, I don't know what it was, Alamo Records or whatever, who gave him this much money. They gave him an advance or whatever the fuck they gave him to be able to do that, to be able to flex, to be able to record these songs and record fucking these videos and shoot all that shit. Out here, there's nothing like that. There's no source.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't blame that on the Dallas rappers, but I do kind of blame it on the top dogs. Because that's supposed to be what they supposed to do. When you up there, you at that level, you need a backbone. You need something to lean on. You can't just be. And I feel like with everybody in Dallas, because like I feel like it's so charitable that if that's a word, I feel like niggas want to be the first and the only nigga out here instead of like knowing that nigga you can't do it by yourself and you can't last that long. And you can't last that long. And I feel like they should have put money into these young niggas.
That's
and they
real.
Put us in that and that's mainly thing that happened. Life hit. Niggas have kids. Niggas have babies.
That's real.
And shit like that. And the money's not really there.
Yeah.
And everything costs.
Well, shit, like I say, man, you know, that's real shit we heard, man. It's been dope, man. Like I say,
where can I find you at?
tell us where we can find your music at, and tell us all your social media.
Some new shit, man. Hey, I'm on motherfucking YouTube. True Montie, TrueMontie. Same thing for fucking for motherfucking SoundCloud. It's Montie, Montie, official Montie on Twitter.